Hello, and welcome to the Research Library video tutorials. This is part 2 of the General Help series, which was developed as a tutorial for common program operations. In part 1, we examined the main form tabs, the help system, and identified the various types of controls in use by the Research Library. We concluded with an introduction to web buttons. In Part 2, we will explore common button operations and conclude with Recordset Navigation and simple Recordset searches. The following buttons, which denote similar operations, are available for use throughout the application. The Search button, identified by the binocular image, is typically used to find verses containing text entered into an adjacent search box, either by direct typing or by selecting from the selection list. The search results can be printed in the active viewer. This report is previewed in Microsoft Notepad. To change viewers, click the Viewer Selector button on the main form. The X represents the XPS viewer. All viewers except text will highlight the search word or phrase. The header lists the Bible version, search words, and the search criteria. For example, match all words. Click inside the Lexicon field to preview the lexicons. Click the INT or interlinear button to display and preview the Strong's numbers and lexicons. The Strong's definitions on the Search and Septuagint forms are accessed by clicking the Strong's numbers. Referenced definitions are accessed in the same manner. The Strong's Concordance system will be explained in more detail in later videos. Double-click a verse in the search results to make that verse the active verse. The search results form will remain open until manually closed. Therefore, multiple verses can be selected and examined in context. The first 10 main form tabs have access to search engines with complementary search criteria options. For example, the main search engine, which searches the primary and alternate versions, allows searches by book groups as well as individual books. The Septuagint search engine also recognizes book grouping. As aforementioned, the Septuagint and search results forms have access to interlinear referencing. The Footnotes form allows searches within node text, user-defined search tags, and titles and authors. The Church History form also contains a search engine with its own unique search criteria options. The Search button is also used to open general lookup tables for authors and publishers. In this lookup table, double-click the author name to select an author. In the Publishers lookup table, double-click any column to select a publisher. The Bible Book button opens up a lookup table of the Bible and apocryphal books. The available books include some works by early church authors. Double-click a book name to make it the active book. The Library button opens up a lookup table of stored publications. Double-click a publication to select it. Remember this publication title as it will be used later to demonstrate the Duplicate button. The Preview button is used to preview search results in the active viewer. In this example, the footnotes containing the search term Septuagint will be formatted and displayed. Reports are formatted in a manner that separates and distinguishes individual items, such as notes, verses, and in this report, the Bible verses and their respective footnotes. The Book View button is used to list notes or concordance keywords for the active book. The Chapter and Verse View buttons operate similarly. In the Chapter View report, footnotes are grouped by Bible verse. Selection View is used to preview selected notes or verses in the active viewer. For example, to view a particular footnote, first click the record selector beside the footnote. Then click the Selection View button. Selection View also allows multiple Bible verses to be selected and displayed. First, click the record selector beside the first verse. Then, while holding down the Shift key, click the selector next to the last verse. The report displays the formatted passage with the Bible version identifier, for example, KJV. The same selection operation is available on the Septuagint and Alternate Version tabs. Line numbers can be included by clicking the checkbox to the immediate right of the Selection View button. The passage now contains line numbers and is identified to be from Young's Literal Translation. The Open File button opens the publication, which can be either a locally stored book or a website. Locally stored PDF documents can be opened to a particular page. In this example, the selected footnote opens to page 14, where the footnote is found. The footnote form provides a way to identify both the absolute page in the book and the page as identified in the publication, which is Roman numeral 4 in this example. If the publication is a web page, it will be opened in the web browser. The Duplicate button makes a copy of the current record, or in the case of footnotes and references, the previously selected title. For publications, duplication is useful when there are minor variations in the titles and file names, such as volume or part numbers. The top portion of a publication is duplicated. Notes and URLs are omitted. On footnotes and references, the Duplicate button will repeat the previously selected publication as mentioned in the control tip. This saves time when multiple footnotes are being created from the same publication. Remember the publication title selected earlier for Esther 1:1? Until a different title is selected or the research library is closed, this title will remain in memory for duplication. The Note Editor is used to add or edit notes. This is the note for the current publication. A note can contain any information. This note is used to list the table of contents. Notes for footnotes and references linked to a publication can also be viewed and edited. In this example, a link to a Bible verse will be embedded in the note. The Embed button is used to add an embedded link. First, position the note editor cursor to the target position of the embed. Next, click the Embed button. The new embed will be enclosed in curly brackets. When the new embed is double-clicked, Ezra 1:1 will become the active verse. Notes, footnotes, references, and publications can also be embedded in notes. Embeds will be explained in more detail in General Help Tutorial Part 3. The Recordset Navigation bar, a built-in access toolbar, supports various navigation operations which are identified by the control tips. The toolbar includes a simple Recordset search. The Find form, accessed by pressing Ctrl F, provides more advanced search options than the simple search provided in the Recordset Navigation bar. The current field or the entire record set can be searched. 3 search criteria are provided. The search can be restricted to up or down. A case match option is also available. This concludes the General Help Tutorial Part 2. In this part, we examined common button operations and concluded with Recordset Navigation and simple searches. In Part 3, we will take a closer look at the field viewers, the field and note editors, embedded links, Bible verse recognition, and outline several maintenance operations. Thank you for watching.